Good afternoon, everyone. So another day, another trade. I didn't trade on the stream because I had a workshop going, but the same setup was there, the same trade was taken, and let's have a look into it. So I've replayed the data until the London Open at this stage, but what I'm going to actually do is let's go and have a look at what the zones were. Had a little gray zone section under here. Had didn't really have too much of interest to look up here. Like everything's like heavily selling off, very heavily bearish. So sells do make sense. But it just made sense. What was the trade that was going to happen in the first 30 minutes to an hour? Is there a trade there that makes sense? Can we take it? Can we capitalize on it? Can we call it? Can we get it early and be done for the day? So yes, we can. If we have a look at this gray section, so I'll just remind you guys what these zones are. These are like our little. Oh, let me full screen that for you. I've got to zoom out a bit. I've got to go back all the way back to 6 months ago to March. Okay. So it was on the hour. See this gray section over here? Oh no, it's not on the hour. Sorry, it's on the 30-minute. So we've got to look at how price pushed up and left quite dramatically. So I'm going to replay more data actually. So let's cut off here. Okay. We can see the sessions. We can see the London session. It really takes off from the zone. We've got Asian session bullish, Euro session, Euro open pre-London, just sort of consolidated a little bit, and then Euro wicked down and then rallied up higher. So we'll go to the 45-minute. Don't really see much any different. We've got feudal dojis here where London swept the lows and then pushed up, but then we get to the 30-minute. And this is where the detail lies. So we've got the Asian session, which we've trended up. We've got the Asian high. We've got the pre-London consolidation. We have a little bit of a negation going on where this sort of like sweeps the high, sweeps the low, closes a bit of a doji. Got another little candle in between, just consolidated orders, and then we have a liquidity candle. So we'll draw this zone from the low to the open of this candle, and then we'll just extend that to the right and anticipating that this is liquidity. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to have to replay again. So where the trade was taken. So let's cut off London. It's full screen. Now, this is where we want to take sells. If we can push up first, maybe we can grab sells from inside of this area somewhere that we could push down. So what I'm going to actually just draw a little bit of zone work here. I'll try to keep it nice and brief so the video's not too long. Let's go to the 15-minute. Let's look over to the left. What do we see here? Not a whole lot. New York session just making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We don't need to worry about this area too much because this is already, the high's already been taken. So we want to investigate further up. We want to have a look at what's going on inside of here. If I go 30-minute, it's just wicks making lower high. So we need to identify where the liquidity happened inside of here that pushed price down. So 30 minutes not giving me enough detail. 15 minutes not giving me enough detail. Can look at the 10-minute if you want. 10-minute, we're starting to see maybe it's something to do inside of here because we've got a bit of a rejection wick. Closed bullish though, but we had a sell-off. So I know we're getting close to that area, but we're not quite there yet. So let's go down to the 5-minute. Okay, let's have a little bit of a look here. All right, so a bit more detail now. We've got a no wick. Okay, we've got where this is where price grabbed liquidity inside of here. We got liquidity inside of this wick. Price gave it a bit of a retest. Price pushed down, a little up, little doji, little and this is where that real sell-off happened. So we can put a little area right on top of that one there. Okay, let's make it stand out. Let's go purple. We'll make it quite thick, won't we? So nice and thick so we can sort of see this line. Just for interest, let's go check out the 3-minute at this zone. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more detail now. We've got an actual rejection wick going on here. And if we go to the 1-minute, let's see if we can get like a double rejection. So let's have a look. And here we are. Okay, cool. So now we've got a rejection, followed by lower highs. Then we've got another candle that tried to break the highs of these candles to the left and it couldn't, close back under the wicks, and then we got the no wick candle. So this is a zone. This is now a zone that we've got. We draw it from the high to basically where it closed. Normally I like to do where it opened, but we can see that this is we know that price will probably come up to this imbalance and reject this area. Let me just extend this to the right, and then we'll dive into the trade. So ideally, what you'd be looking for is price to push up out of this open. Okay, London open tried to, pre-London tried to push up, and then we pushed down. So we've tried to break highs. We tried to get up to this liquidity, but we couldn't. So we price pushed down. We've got a couple of no wicks. We started selling off in the last like 3 minutes before the open happened. Let's go up to the 3 minutes. Let's go to 5 minutes. 5 minutes basically where the trade was taken. You can see we had a little gap, and then the last 5 minutes before the pre-London just dropped. So we can see that there was some bearish pressure coming in. So we don't want to take buys straight away. Obviously, we don't really want to take breakout buys because we're in a downtrend in a higher time frame. But let's see how this opens. 5 minutes. Okay, we could have taken some you could have taken some sells. Got no problem taking sells here, but you just don't know where price is going to reject from, because the high of Euro pre-London is unusual. It's rare that this is the high of the day. So we know there's going to be a pullback coming. We know that there's going to be a pullback coming as well, because we open of no top wick. So price will at least come back up to try take out that no wick candle. And if it's coming up that high, it's probably grabbing liquidity from down here, and we're probably going to go a little bit higher. Where did this wick go down to? We can see straight across here that this is where the liquidity was taken from. Okay, we're getting pretty close to the Asian low. We've already hit this zone that I pointed out at the start of the area. So that's why I thought, well, Asian session has actually tapped into that zone. We tapped into a New York close, and then we tapped into an Asian session. Price is sort of rallying bullish. We've got trend line liquidity if you want. We've got no wick candle imbalance where the move started. There's liquidity sitting here. The liquidity sitting here. Price needs to go grab liquidity from one point, offload it, and then, or back up to break this high if we can't quite get up there, because we do have like a no wick. Sorry, we've got like a little order block just up here. Then maybe we can have it sell off later on. So because it went down first, I knew that grab liquidity, all I needed to do was get a bit of price action. So I wanted to see a little bit of support created, confirmation of support, and then we can go long. So there's nothing to do right here. You could have taken a cowboy buy, I guess, if you wanted, if you're that way inclined. Otherwise, we can just wait. Price does a little bit of wick fill usually. Okay, got a lot of momentum. So momentum, wick, looking for wick fill, looking for rejection, support to be created. Here's your support being created. This is your first sign. Okay, we've got a nice candle that breaks the lows of the candles to the left, closes nice and healthy bullish. All we want now is a second one, and then we can say we've got upside. Okay, so next 5 minutes, took out the London open. Okay, started pushing down. Now this is where it gets interesting. So we want to take what I wanted to take was, I thought, wow, we could have pushed down. We've done the wick fill, the retest may be over. We've taken out this liquidity. I'm going to take a anticipation that we can break these lows, find a bit more support, and then start pushing higher to fill this little gap, retest this Euro high, and yeah, maybe we can push up that high. But I knew like all this is a maybe. Like, what if we retest this gap? What if we retest this high? What if then we get up to here? I can eliminate some of those what ifs, and I can say, where's my safe trading range? Back up to here is my safe trading range. Gives me, if I can get a good entry somewhere here, 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 I can keep my stops underneath this wick, assuming that we're not going to go there straight away. That is then, it's at least positive risk reward. I wasn't super focused because I was teaching, I was doing the workshop at the same time. So I wanted to just sort of keep a safer entry. I didn't mind it. It was stop loss a bit wider. Risk reward is not as good as I would like, but it's still positive. So that's the main thing. Next candle. Okay. Didn't really do anything. Created a little bit of support. Got no bottom wick. So next one, as it was wicking down, grab the entry, taking the dojis, price push straight up straight up. Beautiful anticipation entry. This is almost just like it couldn't get any better. And it happened. Look at the time, 8:25 in the morning. So, my day was done nice and early. Then next candle, I closed out up here because on the 1 minutes, if we look at the 1 minutes, I've got a bunch of little imbalances just across here. You can see right there, that was my target. I thought that was the real safe area that price could take, this is a real safe area to take profit. Often we get little rejections from this. And at that stage, I was having to go get some breakfast myself. So that was the trade. Nice and beautiful, very little drawdown, just, positive risk reward. Nice, and trades done nice and early. So beautiful. Now, look at what happened because of that zone up here, could have taken sells from up there, but there's usually one trade and done. But look at what happened. Look how close we get. Okay. Price is taking this liquidity up here and then holding, and then it just drops. So just beautiful. Really, really nice price action. It's just been so good, really spend time focusing on these areas, review all these trade breakdowns. I'm sure they're helping some people. So if they are, please come on, give a like on the stream, give me a subscribe if you'd like to see what's happening, ask questions in the comments, join the group, the free Discord, sign up to the free website. Trying to create like a really good community here. So all the support that happens I really appreciate it. So appreciate it, guys. You have a good week, and I will see you tomorrow for London stream. Bye-bye.